Hey everybody, Dean here from Dean Scale Model Zone. Um, here for with my Sundays Model Cars and Coffee, hosted by Paul from Left Coast Model Car Builds. It's probably about my eighth cup of coffee today. This is later in the afternoon. Anyways, welcome to another episode of my Model Cars and Coffee. I took down from the shelf a van that we did part as a group or club project build, like a group build. It was hosted last year. I'll turn you around and. All right. So this is AMT's 77 Ford van, the Surfer van. I'm sure y'all are familiar with the kit. So this was part of the club project hosted by them last year. Um, Called Groovy Vans, and I was part of the club. I am part of the club. They nice guys down there. Anyways, I used to live down there in Virginia Beach, and the Tidewater Automotive Modeler Society was the club that I participated in. Great bunch of folks there, and so when they on their Facebook mentioned they were doing this club project, I thought I'd join in, and some really nice vans came out of that. Anyways, this was my build. Like I said, from the AMT 77 Ford van. Um, I painted it with Tamiya's copper over Tamiya's gray primer, all spray can, and then I clear coated it um, with Duplicolor 1K clear. Very nice paint. It is not wet sanded or rubbed out or anything. Um, I mean, it's this kit's been reissued so many times, so it's typical Flash, no big deal, But the only issue I had with the decals are they were very stubborn or thick, so that they didn't conform in some areas very well. So once the decal was set up, I ended up making a little, like incision along the door seams, and then using more microsalt to help it kind of like settle down into the nooks and crannies. It took a lot of that. It was still pretty stubborn around the corners. So you see here, it would not conform around the corner. So I again let it dry and set up. Made a small incision with a really good X-Acto blade, and applied more setting solution. And then I had to do the same thing around the door or around the tail lights, around the doors, both sides here on the corner. You can see that that's the only drawback, I guess. Other than that, the kit came out really nice. Um, the side pipes are from a different kit because the ones that came with it were, to me, they were really short. So the ones that came with it came to like almost 3/4 of the way length of these. So I went in the parts box and found some longer ones, which I feel they look better, and I used those. Nothing is attached underneath, none of the exhaust, because the exhaust, they don't give you, even though it came with side pipes, I didn't see or any exhaust from the engine that would connect to the side pipes. It only exhaust coming out of the headers from the engine go up to a single exhaust system. So, anyways, but like I say, it sits on the shelf. No one's going to see it really, and it looks good on the shelf. Nothing really. All the engine and everything is stock. Um, One thing I did do, I always try and something new with each build to learn and push my learning curve. But anyways, this kit comes with side windows, and if I'd have known better, I would have maybe made it or cut it out so that the window would be open. because when I did flocking on the inside on the carpet, but I wanted a shaggy or fuzzy looking dash too. So I applied the flocking to the dash, and then I closed everything up. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have glued it. I could always separate it and do it. But anyways, what I did was I turned the van upside down and to glue the side pipes on. And when I did, the flocking came loose, or whatever was loose came and fell onto the windshield on the inside. So now I've got a lot of little fuzzy flocking. It's hard to see maybe here, but it looks dusty. So anyways, it clinged to the windows. If I did not had the side window on the door, I could reach a brush in and brush it off maybe with the anti-static brush and whatnot. So, but it is what it is. It's not that bad, and it still looks good on the shelf. So yeah. So this is my groovy van for the Tams 2024 Club project build. I like the color, how it all came out and stuff. So, yeah, that's about it. So if you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, good or bad, or any experience that you might have had with this van. And go and check out Paul at Left Coast Modelers car builds, and give him a like, subscribe, and until Sunday, I guess we'll see you with the next Model Cars and Coffee. All right. All right. Y'all take care, and we'll see you next Sunday. All right. Bye-bye.